Obviously here we head into season 3. Guys are excited. We had a good day yesterday. Most important thing, the last 2 days, we practiced a little bit differently heading into this deal. Knowing how long and physical season 2 was, and the potential that you have, certainly to, everybody's hope, all 14 teams, is that you're in Chicago for a while. So we're trying to manage all that. I thought we came in yesterday with a really great mindset, and learned what we needed to learn from Saturday's game. I thought we were really good for about 18 minutes to start the game. I thought we were really good, and felt like we missed an opportunity to capitalize and be up double-digit-ish at the half, and then didn't start the second half very well. Give them credit. I thought after the game, and I felt even more so after watching the film, that P.J. Thompson was a game changer. And I felt that way after watching the film as well. I thought he was terrific and changed the game. And certainly give them credit. Great environment to play in for our guys. Great learning experience. So we took a look at that first yesterday, and then obviously started our preparation for Michigan, being the third time that we're playing each other. Both teams are very familiar. Certainly there's little wrinkles here and there and adjustments that teams make between the last time we played, and they played 5 games and we played the same, and it kind of is one of those deals where you get in conference tournament play, and you are who you are for the most part, with some slight adaptations and adjustments, and players make plays. Toughness and determination comes into play, and we want to make sure, obviously, that most importantly, that we're mentally and physically ready to go. I think that's as or more important than the X's and O's, this time of year. So loved our mindset yesterday. We got to have a good day today, good day tomorrow, and travel up to Chicago right after practice tomorrow morning. Questions?
After watching the video, would you have preferred to move right to the point sooner?
No.
In the pregame?
No. Although those 2 guys, meaning Ahmad and Jalen, can play better, and I'm confident they will play better. I don't know if that's the long-term answer for us right now. I think we need those 2 guys to play better. They're an important part of our team.
Jalen, since he was sick, is there any leftover effect of that?
I don't know, Jeremy. Obviously, he'd be the first to tell you he wants to play better than he's playing right now. He can play better, has played better. I don't know how that has an effect. I'm not living inside of his body. I don't know that. I know Jalen's a guy that's not going to say a whole lot about that. He's going to try to fight through it, play, and figure it out. And like I said with Rob's question, I said the other day, we need all 9 guys. We're that type of team in that rotation. And right now, the other day we didn't have guys hitting on all cylinders. We had a few guys that were. And as we head into Chicago, we've got to figure out how to get our minds right, our bodies right physically, guys focused in, and everybody playing well and playing at a high level.
Your seniors seem to be playing with a sense of urgency right now. How does that trickle down to the other guys, or has it trickled down?
Yeah, it's always a good thing. I thought Egwu and Rice played, really, really hard Saturday, and competed and played like you'd expect seniors to play, this time of year. So, hopefully they can continue to do that and get a few other guys to join them, and that gives us a chance to play better as a team.
What do you think the difference was for LeRon the second time against Purdue as opposed to his great game first time around?
Well, I didn't have as much, obviously, quite as much opportunity, in terms of game 2 versus game 1. But we've taken a look at it. I thought for the minutes that he played, LeRon did what LeRon does.
I know you don't like to talk about bracketology, but you're clearly playing for NCAA lives, aren't you?
We don't talk about it, but the guys are aware of it, and they know whenever you go into a conference tournament setting, somebody on Sunday is getting an automatic berth. So we're all playing, for a championship here starting. Well, tournament starts Wednesday, but we start Thursday. So it is what it is. Our guys know, every game's important this time of year. They certainly, our younger team last year should have learned that as we came down the stretch. I think our guys are fully aware of what's at stake. They understand it. We've got to play with that type of intensity level every possession, every day, every practice in preparation for Thursday in the tournament.
Does last year going into the Big Ten tournament prepare your guys more for that?
I would sure hope so, Jeremy. I always talk about the previous experience helping you for the next, and we went through that. I thought we played really well last year there, really well. Both games played terrific. So you know, hopefully we can have that same type of effort, that same type of execution here this week.
Hendrick, is it just a matter of shot making as you evaluate his players or other areas of the game?
Yeah, I think making shots, obviously he had some, looking back at the clips, had some great looks at Purdue and just didn't make them. Had a layup that he typically makes, had 2 or 3 threes that were not, no one even contested them, you know, and just they didn't go down. You know, we got confidence in him. You know, Nana said that yesterday. He said, you know, Ken just, for whatever reason, he had some shots the other day and they didn't go in, you know. We want him to continue to shoot the ball, be aggressive within what we do, and that's one of his roles, is to take and make open shots. He's good at it. You know, the other day they just didn't fall for him. You know, obviously taking care of the ball is important. You know, I think he's, you know, he knows that. He's got to take care of it a little bit better, maybe than he has over the last 5 or 6 games. But you know, the one thing about Kendrick is he cares a lot. You know, so you know he's working to get better. Takes those things to heart that you tell him, and really tries to improve daily.
Aubrey, Dawkins is not sneaking up on anybody.
No, he's playing great. Tough. He had 31 the other day, made 8 threes, and he's 6'6", so he's got really good size, and he gets it off quickly. You know, he's continued to improve and get better with more and more opportunity. He's played well. They've been terrific on offense since our game, since game 2. You know, terrific. Albright's numbers are up. You know, Irvin, Dawkins. I mean, they're playing really, really well. Bielfeld's playing well. I mean, offensively, you look at his numbers. I think he shot 50% from the field over the last 6 games, including ours. You know, they are really, really playing well, very unselfishly, executing well. You know, they've been terrific offensively in the last several games.
You and John kind of have been through the same thing, you know, changing rosters. Just how has your team and their team kind of dealt with it?
Well, I mean, obviously I don't coach his team, but from the outside looking in, you know, they look like they've dealt with it well. I mean, that'd be a question you'd have to ask him. I'm not there every day, but you know, I've been impressed from an outsider's viewpoint as to how they've continued to have kind of that next man up philosophy as well. And how guys have stepped up, and guys have improved. You know, Tuck mentioned Dawkins, and I think there's other guys that have improved and stepped up as well, and competed, and they've continued to get better. And, you know, I think they're better now than they were when we played them in game 2. You know, watching their clips, you know, offensively certainly been impressive.
What's the leadership been like for you guys with Nana and some of the other guys on the team these few days leading up to the tournament?
Yeah, it's been good. You know, Nana's been great, and you know, Nana is a guy that you know, obviously he's always been that way anyway. But great teammate, great communicator. You know, plays to win. You know, I think our guys certainly respect him in a lot of different avenues, whether it's, you know, how he conducts his business off the court, on the court. You know, because of that, he's very well respected, you know, by his teammates. So they listen. He does a great job of approaching them the right way. You know, he's, you know, really has a gift with that. Great communicator, and you know, he's done a good job explaining to those guys, you know, hey, we've got to prepare well. This is, everybody starts at 0-0 in the conference starting on Wednesday with this tournament, and you know, season 2 is a thing in the past, and now season 3 begins, and we've got to make sure that we understand, like, you know, that we've got to play together. We've got to play with a sense of toughness and nastiness, quite honestly, that we didn't have for the full 40 minutes on Saturday. We had it for a bulk of the game, but in a game like that, and in a game like the one on Thursday, you have to have it for 40. You know, I think hopefully some of our younger guys learned that.
What do you need to see him get the recognition with the all-defensive team?
Yeah, well, you know, much deserved. I thought he should have got it the last 2 years, to be honest with you. So I'm thrilled for him. It's a tremendous honor, and you know, I think he's very deserving of the all-defensive team honor that we found out about yesterday.
How do you pack for the 2-3-4 suits?
Always do. Yeah, they always do. And then take it one day at a time. I think when you get in a tournament setting, you know, obviously as the game starts, your whole mindset is you're trying to play better than the other team and find a way to get to the next line on the bracket. You know, that's the bottom line. You know, some guys call it survive an advanced cup. Some guys, you know, use different analogies or whatever. But for us, you Michigan's trying to play better than us on Thursday. We're trying to play better than them. Whoever plays the best basketball gets a chance to advance to, Friday's game. So, we're working very hard and doing our part to control the things that we can control to make sure that we're ready to play.
Obviously, you're focused on the games, but it's in Chicago. Does that mean anything special compared to anything else?
We always love going up there. I mean, obviously, a lot of our guys are from that area. We have a slew of alums and fan support. That part's terrific. So, certainly it's, we enjoy going up there and playing. And so that part's good. I think, we'll be familiar a little bit, having played up there earlier during the year. Several of our guys have played up there, obviously, more than one time. And, we enjoy going up there and playing. Hopefully our fans have bought up all our tickets and it'll be filled with orange and blue.
Anything else for Coach here? About on the phone lines, any questions for Coach?
Anybody on the phone lines?
Yeah, I have one. I'm Coach Shannon. I think you've probably given every word, every compliment you have of the ability to give to Hannah, it seems like. But I'm wondering if you could maybe think back to when you first met him. Did he stand out as a guy who was, going to have that leadership quality, or be somebody who could kind of, get the pulse of the team? I'm just wondering, like, your early impressions when you were first getting to know him when you got the job.
From a leadership perspective, Shannon, or just in general?
It's like your perspective when you first met him, or some experiences maybe you had.
Yeah, sure. Well, obviously, the first day I got the job, I met with all the players. That night, through the night, had a chance to meet with him. Was impressed with him right from the jump, just because of his, eye contact. And, he sits up straight. He communicates well. You could tell he was really, really sharp. But I told the story last week about his first skill workout. Dustin works out our forwards and post, and Dustin came upstairs and said, "You're going to love this guy. He's your type of guy." And Dustin was right. And I think what Dustin meant was big time motor. Had great energy level in the workout. To be honest with you, he's done that in every workout since I've coached him. He just approaches every practice, every game, every film session, everything we do like a true professional. And he's been that way the entire time. In terms of his leadership, I think he's really grown. I think that he's probably, from all his experiences, if you wrap them up all into one, present and put a bow on it, he would probably tell you he's learned from adversity. He's learned from some successes. He's had, different teammates throughout the course of the 4 years that have taught him, different coaches. He's learned. And I think he's become a better leader, each year. I think certainly the stuff that we do with the Champs life skills, I think the things we do with our team, I think the people that we have talk to our team, I think the SEAL team physical stuff that we do, Instructor McGuire with leadership, all those things. Nana has really done a great job of learning from every experience that he's been in, Shannon. And when you do that, I think it gives you a chance to grow and improve. And I think he's grown and improved as a leader. He's very prepared, I think, for whatever comes his way after Illinois, because of the way he's approached it and the fact that he's been willing to learn and to listen and grow and improve. And he truly has become a better person, I think, a better student and a better player during his time here.
Is there any update on Kate and Allison?
Oh, hold on one second, Rob. Shannon, was that okay? Did you have another question?
No, I just said thanks.
Oh, okay. You're welcome. Go ahead, Rob.
Any update on Kate and Allison?
Hopefully close. We'd prefer if you could control it, Rob, to have it before I leave tomorrow for Chicago. So I'm counting on you.
Don't want Rob involved in that.
You don't want Rob involved in that? Yeah, I don't know about that, Rob. But nothing yet.
Anything else here in the room for Coach? All right.
Thanks, guys.